Hi guys,
Hi.
it's Dr. Lisa and Dr. Britt from Errol Street Chiropractic in North Melbourne, and we are live today
We are.
and alive.
And alive. That as well.
And we're wearing a little flower here,
Yes.
just to signify spring is here, in
Yeah.
case you didn't realise, but it is springtime.
And we have sunshine at the moment.
We do,
Ooh,
so don't
it's
blink,
lovely.
people. And today we've actually got Dr. Britt really chatting about 8 areas around headaches and, areas that might signify some underlying cause or
Yeah.
something a little bit sinister when it comes to headaches, because a lot of people get headaches. We get a heap of people coming in
So
weekly
many.
with headaches. So we
Yeah.
need to know, when is a headache dangerous?
Yeah.
So we're going to go through that. Dr. Britt's going to go through that today. We are also going to spin our wheel. If anyone was watching last week, we had a wellness and vitality wheel.
We did.
So we're going to spin that and we're going to see what we need to work on as well.
How did you go with your week?
Well, mine was strength.
Yes.
My little thing ended up on exercise. So I've been doing more strength work at the gym.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and those push-ups are looking good.
Very nice. I'm still on my knees doing push-ups.
Oh, really?
Not bad.
And what about you? What did you have to work on?
Well, I was looking at balance in terms of the spiritual stuff, and I actually decided to add a little bit of mindfulness in for my week. So just I just feel like that's an area that I wasn't really doing much of, so I've just tried to do a little bit every day, which has been really nice.
Oh, well done, Dr.
Yeah.
Britt. You see, as much as we seem perfect, we're not. We have things to work on, and really we do this too to remind ourselves to be better, versions of ourselves, so we can serve you guys more.
Exactly.
So we're constantly fine-tuning and improving.
Definitely.
And yes, that's good. So actually, do you want to just shall we spin our wheel?
Yeah, while we're talking about
All right, we've got 6 areas on the wheel, the wellness wheel and vitality wheel. So we've got spiritual, we've got nutrition, we've got financial. We've kind of thrown that one in. It's just kind of one for Andrew, my husband, really. He's so good at it. And social, exercise, and mental.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll spin, and then the way this will work is you...
Yeah, I was like, how is this going to work?
The way this is going to work is that as I'm going to spin, and you just put your finger on it,
Okay.
and then it'll just stop. So stop it.
Social.
Oh, Dr. Britt, what are you going to do this week?
Well, I've actually just been thinking of some plans for the weekend. So I was thinking of getting some friends and family together and going out for lunch one of the days. So there you go. I'm already thinking about being social.
All right. So it's my turn. Did you want to
All
spin?
right, I'll spin.
All right, here we go, people. It's like Wheel of Fortune. I used to love that show. How are you going there?
Yeah,
All right.
good.
Okay.
What did you get?
Ooh,
Oh, you've got spiritual.
I got spiritual this week. Okay. What am I going to do? That's a good
There's a lot
question.
of different elements
Yeah.
to spiritual.
I reckon I need to be more mindful as well. So I'm going to think about things before I do things, or think about things before I say. Actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to my words.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just going to listen to my words. Yeah, thank you. That was good.
beautiful.
All right.
Very nice.
All right, guys. So now, Dr. Britt, can you run?
Yes.
Have we got people watching?
We
Hi, guys.
do. Hi.
Now, we're looking at headaches.
Yeah.
Now, tell us, we know most headaches are quite innocent.
They are, and look, a lot of the headaches that we see people come in and ask for our help are just normal tension type, migraine type headaches. So look, they're the most common that we do see daily and within our population. But it's also really important to know that there are some things that come up with headaches that may need further investigation, or maybe a warning sign that there actually is some other things going on within our body that we need some help with as well. So
And ones where you don't go to the chiropractor.
yeah, ones that we can't help you with. And it's always just important for you to know to distinguish, what's a normal common headache and what's something else that is probably not what you should be feeling, and you need extra investigation with as well.
Sure.
So when we look at warning signs with headaches, a really big one that is good to know if it's a new headache. So if you're not normally a headache sufferer, if you don't get migraines, you've never really had a headache before, and then all of a sudden you are getting a headache, that's a really important warning sign to be vigilant with. Sometimes that can just mean it could be just a common headache, but it's just important to realize, okay, well, I don't normally get headaches. I need to probably look into this further, especially if they are getting progressively worse as well, or they're becoming quite a consistent feature of your daily routine as well. So it's just, new headaches is always a big one. If you're not a headache sufferer, and as we get through life, if you're not a headache sufferer and all of a sudden these headaches pop up out of the blue, and they're quite intense, really bad headaches, and it is really important to make note of that and seek help when needed as well.
And they may not be responding to
and they may not respond to rest or stretching,
medication or stretching or even an adjustment.
And that's when we know as well, and we obviously assess our patients to make sure, okay, well, this is a headache we can help with, and this is something that needs further investigation.
And we refer out.
So a really big warning sign for a headache is a thunderclap headache. So these are your big sinister ones. So they're like a lightning bolt straight into your head. That's how a lot of patients who ever had one describe it. It's probably the worst and most intense headache of your life, and that intensity builds within a minute. So it's a really, really quick succession of just this intense headache straight into your head, and that is a sign that there is something else going on and you need immediate referral for medical help as well. So thunderclap headaches, they call them, but they're an important one to be aware of if you ever do suffer from one. And also that other thing, if it's a new headache that just comes on intensely very quickly, that's also something to be aware of.
Don't wait, don't walk around with that one.
Not at all. That means that you do need quick medical help as well. So other areas with headaches just to be aware of is if you have had a knock to your head or an injury and a headache progresses after, that's something to really be wary of and monitor, especially if it's in your partner or your kids, as those headaches that progress after is sometimes a warning sign that there is further injury from that knock to the head or that fall, and that does require medical help. And there's a lot of different reported cases out there where, people have had a knock or a fall, they've hit their head, and then, 5 hours later that headache starts to come on, and that's always a sign that there's something else going on as well.
Try not to go to sleep after you've had
not
a big
to go
knock,
to sleep after, and have someone monitor you and look after you.
So stay awake and watch those kids or anybody else.
But it's just
in
important.
case.
And look, it's not always, but it's good to be aware of, especially if the headache does come on after, not just monitor it and, refer accordingly or go see your doctor if that is something that's happening as well.
Or emergency.
Go straight to the emergency.
Straight to emergency.
Not even wait for the doctor.
Another
type of headache just to be aware of is if it's a headache after physical activity, if it comes on and it's quite consistent for you. A lot of the time if you do get a headache straight after exercise, it can mean you're dehydrated.
Yes, of course.
So that's the thing. Have some water. Make note of how much water you're drinking around your exercise, but also just make note if it's something that's happening all the time for you after your exercise, then I'd be going and seeing your GP about that as well. But look, a lot of the time it's more of a dehydration thing, so it's important to make sure you're drinking enough water around the time that you are physically active, before and after as well. What else have I got? Headaches associated with a stiff neck and also a fever. So this is not a common one, but it's actually associated with meningitis. So usually there's a rash as well. It's not a common thing, but it's also just good to be aware of that there is a headache normally associated with that.
Especially for parents,
because you see it in younger kids.
And it's kind of hard for the kids to say, hey, I've got a stiff neck, because they don't even really understand. So it's just kind of watching if their movement isn't so good.
And they do tend to have a skin rash as well associated with the fever and the headache. So look, not a common one, but it's also just one. As a parent and a caregiver, it's good to know that is something to be aware of as well. Another headache, waking you up at night. Not common for headaches to wake you up. Sometimes with migraines they can, but if you're getting a headache that consistently wakes you up in the middle of the night, also a new one, or getting worse, that's something, you know, go and seek help for that as
Yeah.
well, because headaches really shouldn't be waking you up
No,
of anything
no,
as
that
well.
would definitely require further
Further
investigation.
investigation. And lastly, headaches over 50 years old. So,
Ooh.
yeah. So
That could be me.
Well, and this really comes down to if it's not ordinary for this person to experience a headache, or if it's a new headache, or if it's a thunderclap. But also after 50 years, we shouldn't be getting new headaches. So in that, as we age, those new headaches shouldn't be popping up. So that's something to go and seek immediate help with your GP or the emergency if that headache is coming on as well.
That doesn't include the headache that my husband gives me from
No.
time to time, because he's annoying me.
No, that's not on the list.
That's
but
not on the list.
It's frustrating. But look, these are just things for you guys to be aware of. They're not really common things, but I think, you know, having that information up your sleeve to know the difference between those common aches and pains when it comes to headaches and those ones that could be a more sinister concern is really important, so that you can differentiate what type of care you need as well. So
I know it's a little bit of a kind of a morbid
it's
subject.
a bit of a dry subject, but it's
it
good
is
for
important.
You.
And there's lots of headaches, you know, that people come in with, whether they're tension or you know, jaw or neck related, that we help with. But there are definitely some that do come in, as Dr. Britt's just described, where we do need to refer out for.
And especially, you know, if you come across a family member or something and you've got this information, you know that you can safely tell them what's going on as well.
Okay, well, Dr. Britt, that was awesome. Thank you for that.
Thanks for doing my lightning bolt.
Did you like? This is Dr. Britt's prop today.
Yes, I made it the other day.
And so we're going to be chatting more about different types of headaches and how we can help over the next few weeks.
Yes.
So we will say goodbye. Enjoy the rest of the day.
And I was just going to say, any questions as well from what we went
Britt.
through, just DM us or send us a message or give us a call at the practice if there's anything that you need to chat about or need more information about as well.
Definitely direct message us if it is something private. We can have that little chat. But it is important. Don't leave things, guys. And we look forward to catching up with you all next week.
We will. We'll see you next Wednesday. Enjoy the sun before the rain comes.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
See you guys.
Happy Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye then.